Higher Self Magic here. How are you all today? Let's take a few cards, see what comes up. I have made notes with Sarah Elizabeth, my spirit guide. Welcome to my new subscribers. I had a great week this week. Lovely to connect with more people. Thank you. Please like, share and comment if you can, please. Let's see what comes up. We're right in the Lionsgate portal, and tomorrow we're coming up to the 8th day, which is the peak of it, but not the finish of it. Let's see what's being said here. Well, the angels are working with us. Fortunately, we always have them at our side, and they bring such strength to us when we need it the most. Right, let's see what these cards say. Well, here we are. This is the Libra card, and this is all about balance, contracts, things going forwards. You couldn't actually make it up, because I was talking to a client earlier and I did say to her to watch this reading, so I'll be keeping her in mind, and she's a Libra and she's very clever. Those books are just there just for her, and I think she's in the middle of some sort of procedure that could lead to a contract, maybe not moving on fast enough. And look here, we've got the blindfold on. She can't see everything clearly. Sometimes I read this card completely differently, that she doesn't need to see everything clearly, but she does. She needs to be aware. And the scales aren't completely balanced. Look, that one's lower. So there's just something out of sync here. Hopefully the Lionsgate portal is going to change that. So there you are, my lovely. I got that card just out the pack immediately for you. I'm Higher Self Magic, as you know, and the reason I call myself Higher Self Magic is because I believe in magic, and I know that if you don't believe in magic, you just don't get it. But the higher self for me is being able to speak to our gut, and I'm going to be talking to you about that today in this reading. It's very important to be able to communicate with our second brain. It gives us all the information we need, and if your gut's out of sync and something's saying don't do it, don't do it. I did one thing where my gut was telling me not to do, and I regretted it for one hell of a long time. Really took me on the wrong path. So you really need to listen to your gut to make sure you are on the right path. Okay, so I wanted to take the most important out. Or do you want me to read them all? Yeah, she wants me to read them all. So here we are. Let's put that to one side for the moment. Okay, so we've got another chakra card. So someone's chakras are out of sync, and I would go to my chakra reading, which was a few months ago, down the list and do the chakra clearing ceremony and with the archangels, because that's very important to get you to where you need to be in the world. And your world, you're sitting there right now. I'm going to move these cards around so you can see them. Sorry, I'm facing them to me. Should be the other way. So your chakra cards are there. The Libra card is there, blindfolded. To get to see the world clearly, look, we've got you standing there facing the world, and you're facing with you've got your back to us. You're not sure, you're not turning around in a positive way right now. Maybe I've not discussed any situation yet, but this could apply to a whole number of people. Just maybe in your world, for you to succeed in what you want to succeed in. Look, we've got him facing the moon, and back to us. Maybe there's someone wearing a mask, and that mask is going to come off. And when that mask comes off, things are going to get much clearer. When that mask comes off, you will be able to go through the garden and the gate more easily. Something is holding something back. Now, the angel of love is working for you. This has got two way messages. You know, someone could be, this is not particularly that person I was talking to earlier. This is anyone who's listening. Someone could be with someone in a relationship who is wearing a mask, and that mask is going to come off. And of course, it doesn't apply to that person, but it could apply to any of you. So be careful, because the angel of love is opening your eyes up. She's removing masks from people, but she's also removing masks in your world, because your guardian angel loves you and wants to have the very best outcome for you. So these cards are showing me a lot of that. I'm going to go back to my oracle cards for a moment, because they really speak to me with what I really want to know. Now, it's saying you've had one hell of a lot of patience in this situation, whatever it might be. Whoever's listening, you've shown massive patience. And here we've got a woman holding her heart. You can see from the picture that this isn't your usual woman situation, but there's a lot going on with the divine masculine and divine feminine at the moment. Again, in this reading, I want to touch on that. Our divine masculine is really dominant at the moment, and I did tell you about this in our last reading. It's absolutely influencing the way we think, but the angel of love is going to bring in the divine feminine more, so we can use our intuition, use our gut to help us through this, because the masculine energy doesn't see things that the divine feminine does. So that's a bit conflicting at the moment, and we need more of the divine feminine to step in to counteract this divine masculine. There might be more men around you at work, or a troublesome man. I'm just reading what the cards are giving me. Here we've got, again, chakra work going on. You're not at your best. And what these chakras are telling me is that life is really weird at the moment for a lot of people. A lot of people are actually getting ill right now due to their chakras being clogged up, blocked. And so if you're feeling the world around you is weird right now, you're not imagining it. We are at a very weird moment in life, because we are somewhere in between worlds. And that's why I loved that card, the world, popping up, because it's very mysterious, isn't it? And it's very, we've got this inky blue, sapphire blue sky, with this mysterious person standing there with their back to us. And it's showing us that we are somewhere in between worlds. Somewhere in between timelines, somewhere in between dimensions. Only someone who's spiritual can understand that. It feels like something is ending. It could be poverty. It could be a relationship. It could be a friendship. It could be a job. It could be you feeling sad, you feeling apprehensive, you feeling sixes and sevens all over the place. That sort of feeling is happening. And what is coming in after the 8th, that I'm going to talk to you about the 8 of the 8th in a moment, is adjacent possibilities are coming in. Doors are opening. How wonderful is that? So there's going to be a door opening which clarifies what may be going wrong in one area of your life. Remember, this is a collective reading, but I do get messages for certain people. Whether I know you or whether I don't know you, I do get those through. There's a huge shift coming in and it's getting closer, but we don't know yet what it will bring. We are in the dark about that right now, which again is signified by that card with the person with its back to us. But we're receiving so many upgrades in our systems, especially if we are elevated beings. Now, unfortunately, not everyone is an elevated being. You have to go through a transformation period first. And once you've gone through that transformation period, and I've talked to my people, my subscribers about the transformation that's taken place over the last year, where we've been swimming through the water, Neptune's Pisces influence, but we've been swimming through the water and we've sort of got to the other side. The caterpillar has become the butterfly. The tadpole has become the frog, and we have reached a position of elevation, of transformation. But what's happening now is the ascendant. We are ascending. Once we've experienced that transformation, we can experience the ascension now, and that's different for everybody. It's what area concerns you, what area you want your life improving in. And you will know what that area is, but it will show up in symptoms for you, like you're sleeping weird, you're seeing people through x-ray eyes, you are seeing people with colours. You're seeing some people surrounded by blue, some people surrounded by pink, some people surrounded by other more danger colours like amber, like red. And you are seeing people for what they are, because your gut is talking to you and you are listening to that. And that's the most important thing of all. And another thing, if you are ascending, you're not scared to speak your truth. You're much braver than you ever were before. And I think this is a time to ask questions. Our brains don't shut off, but sometimes our mouths do. Sometimes we don't want to ask the things that might put things out of sync or offend people. But this is a time where you have to, because you're awake in many dimensions at the same time, this portal is allowing you to watch what happens. You almost know what's going to happen next. And each day until we get to midnight of the 12th, and the peak happens at midnight of the 8th, you're going to still feel weird, but you will know something's out of sync and you have to put it right. This is all part of the process to becoming a higher being, which I think if you're listening to my channel, you're on your way there. The higher self is very important to you and you want to be a higher being. You are. And your energy at this time is really enormously important. And the energy of others around you is enormously important. Some people's energy is like, it's like you putting, we don't put discs in computers as much now, but it's like downloading something from a computer that isn't right. It messes up the computer. The computer suddenly goes down and it is gone. You've got to just sort it out. You've got to reboot it. And it's the same with our bodies. If we allow people to put the wrong energy into us, I always say this to single people, when I do readings for them. Don't connect with someone sexually or romantically unless they've got the energy you want, because they do mess up your energy. You don't want the wrong energy being introduced into your bloodstream, into your psyche, into your being. Your gut's going to make you speak. What your gut tells you to say, you have to say, okay? Whatever your gut is telling you, you have to say. So let's talk about this 8-8 portal. The 8-8 portal, I would say, is a very lucky day. It's like the peak of this Lion's Gate, but it's also the peak of an important day for August for all of us. We can do and wish for so much, and also program ourselves to get that. You know, manifestation is about affirming. I'm in that position. I'm rich. I know it sounds ridiculous if you're not rich, and I'm not rich, but I want to be rich, and I keep telling myself I'm rich, and unfortunately that's why my credit cards are in the mess they're in. But you have to affirm that to get it. And you know, I'm not a master of manifestation, but I'm learning more as I go along. I'm more of a master of magic, and I do believe magic comes and finds us. And I think tomorrow will be a good day. I'm not saying you're all going to be millionaires. I'm not saying you're going to meet the love of your life. I'm not saying that your problems will all go, but openings will occur where you think there's some positivity. There is some way forwards for you. And if you feel depressed, you will suddenly feel that your journey is so much lighter. Look at that. Look at this lady on her journey. She's walking across a bridge with a torrent underneath. She's not worried about that. She just wants to get to the other side. But she's throwing her baggage overboard. Can you see that? Let me hold that up for you. She's throwing her worries over the edge there, and she's throwing them into the torrent. She doesn't want them. She's not taking them with her past this 8-8 period. Now, if you listen to my reading after the 8th, don't worry, you've got until the 12th, and you've literally got all month, because I'm going to be talking to you about how you can affirm and command and get what you want. Someone here has got a very caring connection in their life, and feel grateful for that. Give the gratitude for it. One rule I always put forwards, whether it's the Lion's Gate portal, I do my gratitude list every day. Some days, like I was talking to you about in one of my readings, The Secret asked me to think of 100 things. And if you find me on TikTok, you will find that reading. But sorry, it's a different name, but I was doing a great reading. I'm going to put that up on my shorts. So if you look for Higher Self Magic and look for my mini videos, you're going to see that one. And I was talking about finding 100 things to be grateful for, and you know, I found them. I struggled at first, but then it was easy. But every day I write down my gratitude list. And of course, that includes my son, that includes my dog, that includes my home, which fortunately I own. It includes my job. I have another job as well as this one. And it includes the people I know, the ones that I care about. It's a very small circle, but be grateful if you've got a caring connection. If you haven't, there's a caring connection coming your way. This month is all about love. And here I've got my little cupids, arrows. There you go. Look at those, my cupid arrows. And we've got the heart there. And we've got the masks there, which is what I was just talking about. So be careful. Masks are great in a carnival. They're not great in your working life, and they're not great in your real life. They're not great. So peel those masks off, people. And I saw a great picture of someone wearing a mask, and the mask was just like a ceramic piece of plaster, and it was just falling off. That's what's going to happen with this Lionsgate portal. We're going to find the masks are falling off because the universe wants you to see reality. It wants you to see what is going on. And if you follow your gut, you will see what's going on. Now, remember, you've got X-ray vision this month, this Lionsgate portal particularly. So the 8th of the 8th is going to be the luckiest day and the luckiest month. So we've got the whole month for love and for finances and for contracts. That's because Sirius, the star of love and abundance and wealth, is aligned with the Jupiter in Leo. I spoke about this in my last reading. And on August the 8th, Venus is going to come right in. And that's the planet of love and honesty and just everything that's good, is going to return home to Libra. And the sun is in a very prominent position in Leo, obviously, and Jupiter is in Leo. So that's going to be a very important day. I've got some very important things to tell you, so I've just listed them down with Sarah Elizabeth. So here we've got the Lionsgate portal. Let's talk a little bit about that. The Lionsgate portal, which goes up to the 12th, the time of the eclipse, will find ways of helping you believe in the universe, in karma, and in your path. Some of us so worry about our path. We worry, are we on the right path? Am I in the right job? Am I spending my money in the right areas? Am I in the right country? Am I just wasting my life? Oh my God, you couldn't make it up. Look, the temple path. You are on the right path. It's the spiritual right path for you, whoever you are. And you will get there, and there's going to be celebrations. I read this card differently according to different things, but there are going to be celebrations at the end of this time. You just have to be patient, because sometimes things don't happen immediately. We want them to, but be assured you are on the right path. I want you to believe that what is meant for you will find you. It's on its way for you. If you're dealing with something that looks as if it's not for you, trust your gut. Make those silent wishes and then command them into action. That's what the Lionsgate portal wants you to do, because we're dealing with the lion, and the lion is the king of the jungle. The lion doesn't wait there and say, shall I eat that animal? He just eats it. He just does. He commands, he looks for, and he becomes the king of the jungle because he has commanded it. He doesn't ask to be the king of the jungle. And so, like the lion commands his world in the jungle, you have to command your world as you're walking up those temple steps. And remember, you're in a dark place at the moment. You're standing with your back to the world you want to be facing. You're looking out at the universe and saying, help me, and it will help you. And then when you turn around, remember that card, when you turn around, where's that card gone? When you turn around, you will see, that's the card I want, you will see the whole world is at your feet. You have found your niche. You have got what you wanted. You have got what you worked for. And that blindfold will come off, because you will know the right doors have opened, or you have opened them. You have actually opened them because the temple path has shown you which doors, and your supporters have helped you. The journey you are on is the right journey. You know your gut will be telling you it's going to get better. It is going to be better. Love yourself as well more. Sometimes we just think other people are the only ones that love us, but we have to love ourselves. The more you love yourself and you believe everything is working out as it should, the more likely it is going to happen. Just imagine yourself in the life you want. How do we prepare for this Lionsgate portal is my next question. Well, there's a number of ways, and one of them is to, this is a very important aspect that you can consider. Because the 8th of August is 8/8 and 26, the year we're in, adds up to 8. We have 888 here. And this is the number of power and return, 888. Repeat it and it amplifies. 888. Take a breath. 888. Shout it out. 888. If you turn an 8 on its side, it becomes, let me show you, I have a pen here. It becomes, so here we've got the 8, turn it on its side, and we've got infinity. But the one in here is inside the gift. We want what we want. Number 8 is very, very karmic. It's the number that when you see this sign on its side, you know Saturn is at work. He's the Lord of Karma. I'm going to talk about that more in a moment. But I think, and I truly believe, that before you ask for anything and you command it and you affirm it, you have to write down 8 things you are fed up of carrying. 8 things. I'm going to give you a list of 8 other things I want you to do up to the 12th if you manage to see this reading before then. But I want you to list 8 things you are fed up of taking with you. They could be, for instance, poverty, lack of money. They could be lack of friends. They could be not doing well at my job. I'm just suggesting things. They could be living somewhere I don't want to live, right? Could be a number of things that you don't want to take with you, and you write them down, and then when you've written those down, you say, I release what I outgrew. I release what I outgrew. And you will then discard them. They will be gone in that loop. And the loop, as I said, the loop carries, it doesn't judge what it's carrying, but if you're fed up of carrying it, it discards it, it releases it, and you don't carry through with it. Another thing they say to do in this Lionsgate portal before the 8th is to have this sign on your hands. You could do it today or tomorrow. If you see this reading later, do it then. It's the Lionsgate sign, and it's like this. So let me do that there for you. You do the circle, then you do the line, which becomes the F, and then you put a cross through that, and then you put a cross through that. So that's your sign. And if you put it on your hands, there we go, you get extra power from the number 8 and from Saturn giving you his gifts. The gate closes on the 12th, under a total eclipse. And whatever is in the loop, that's that loop on its side, infinity, then carries on running. So you've got rid of all the shit, and the good stuff carries on running. And I'm going to talk to you more about how we get the good stuff in a moment. I'm just going to take some more cards. Just told to take some more cards before. I was just going to talk to you about the other 8 things I want you to do, but they want me to do this. Let's see what these cards hold for you. Okay, wow. Leo, Jupiter in Leo, Leo season, the lion, the lion's gate. Yeah. If you've been you've suffered indecision, you're being undecided, don't lose the momentum. You're on the right path. Keep on going. The lion's protecting you, and you will make the right, you are on the right path, but you will make the right decisions to get to where you need to be. And the 12th is going to be a very important day for you, and the goddess of the moon is really working hard for you. We've got a number of other things here. Daughter spirit. If you've got anyone in spirit, they are holding your hand. They are your guardian angel on your shoulder at the moment. And this card only shows up when I say that. So believe me, someone is guiding you in heaven. And when my dad went to heaven and I lost him, I just thought, oh my God, this is the worst day of my life. It has been the worst day for a long time, because he was my best friend, my financial supporter, my advisor, my everything. And he just disappeared. He was given 1 month to live, and that was it. It was over. We couldn't do anything about it. And I was praying and begging and getting all sorts of seers in to help him. And he just said, nope, you can't do anything. This is my journey. I just had to accept he would be gone in 1 month, and he was. But what I'm trying to say is, since then, I felt his strength around me. And I thought, I've lost my dad here, but I've got my guardian angel on my shoulder. And I think that's what we have to understand. And a lot of us suffer anxiety through loss. Anxiety in our lives. This is a very anxious time for a lot of people. I've just said that. A lot of people are falling ill. A lot of people are going through stress. But the Lionsgate portal is going to help you walk away from what you don't want and give you what you do want, because you are your own manifester. You are the one creating your own magic. And because you've become more thoughtful, whatever has happened to you to create worries, to create lack, if you've been financially strapped, it creates more of a thinking person. And this is what it's saying, the divine masculine in you, because we all have the divine masculine, we all have the divine feminine. The divine masculine is working overtime to get you out of a situation that you don't want to be in. And it's saying, don't worry. The divine masculine is saying, blossoming abundance is coming. Daughter value is coming. Now, for some people, this will mean love is coming, or that you have love, and that is something that's really worth everything. So sometimes if you've got that and it's so hard to find, then you have got the world at your feet. If you haven't got that, it's coming. I really do believe it's coming. So let me get to that list now. I think they're going to let me do that. But I just want to say something about Wednesday before I do. So on August the 5th, which was a few days ago, the moon moved into Taurus and the eclipse season started. And you're not meant to manifest in that time, but you are meant to command. So you want to command what you're going to get. Once the eclipse season is over, you can manifest. That's why I don't do personal readings during this little period up to the 12th. This period will help you find those new doors that will be opening for you. It will show you where they are. And so I do believe in magic, as you know, and I do want you to expect some miracles happening. If you think something is not going to happen, believe it will strongly happen and then push yourself into believing that more. Commanding it happens. If you're ill, command your body rights itself. This is what magic and miracles are all about. And some people will say, how stupid is she? How can you command that? It might not happen, but it might. So it's worth giving it a go. But August the 12th, which is coming up soon, the sky is seeing something it hasn't seen for one hell of a long time. And it will put you in a more powerful position, because the best meteor shower of the year, with up to 100 shooting stars in 1 hour, will occur. And they are going to reach your orbit. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel the power from that meteor shower. Also, that solar eclipse is going to warm your body, warm you up in whatever way you need repairing, whether it's through illness, whether it's through poverty, whether it's something going wrong and being put right. And the third thing is the planets that are lined up. They are so blinking powerful, and Saturn is one of them. And I'm going to talk to you about him in a moment. So the answers you've been waiting for might appear faster than you expect after the 12th. And because the eclipse is in Leo, because it's in Leo, Leo is asking you to choose being authentic over fear. Just be authentic. Speak your mind. Be confident over self-doubting. Believe you're on the right path, because I believe you are. And choose a great future over doubt. Push for that. Affirm for that. Say, I've already got it. I've already got it. I've already got it. And there's something about this period where it's saying, it's speaking to you, and my gut's speaking to me now. Don't stay where you are. Don't stay where you are. Move forwards. Find your power. Push forwards with your power, and you will get what you want. And sometimes the universe doesn't remove every obstacle. It just reveals the door you have to open that you could not see before. And so this is the great thing about the Lion's Gate portal. It really is. I would say that this eclipse that's coming up on the 12th is one of the most hopeful eclipses we have had in a long time. I'm going to look at my Moonology cards, see what they say. It is the most powerful and the most hopeful we've had in a long time. Unlike many eclipses that bring sudden endings or uncertainty, this one carries a message of you finding your way out of a situation that once felt impossible to escape. That's the message I am getting for you. So let's see what the Moonology cards say. But that's certainly the message I've got from my Oracle cards. Just a bit about the astrology of this. The eclipse belongs to the 10 South Saras series. This is a family of eclipses that astrologers associate with moving from a deeply difficult situation into one filled with infinite possibilities. A lot of people feel their past has held them back. You know, some people might feel they didn't have enough education. Some people might feel they didn't get the right opportunities. Some people might feel that they made the wrong choices. Don't let your past hold you back. You're in this position. Whatever you're doing, you're on the right path. Keep pushing forwards. Don't go back. You can't go back. A fiery climax approaches. Okay, so what's that telling us? Well, better fiery than wet blankets. So your dreams need a practical plan, and that's what I'm going to tell you about for the Lion's Gate, putting together a plan. What other message do we get from the Moonology cards for you? The answers you need are coming. Ooh, a new romantic cycle begins in Libra. So someone's going to be meeting someone new, or someone's going to be, something is going to resurge, become amazing again. A time to give rather than take. I think you are a giver, whoever you are. And you don't take much at all. So what's that telling us? A time to give rather than take. Give peace of your mind, more likely, in a situation. There's something that you have to speak out about. Be bold. Be bold. A win-win outcome is forecast. Surrender to the divine. Trust in the divine, because the divine has your back completely. So if you've been carrying a worry, if you've been carrying a feeling of being trapped, or you're believing there's no hope to this situation, no solution to a situation, this eclipse will bring a breakthrough. I believe it will bring a breakthrough. Might not happen immediately, but it will happen in August. Before we get to the autumn, there's going to be some sort of breakthrough. That missing piece just appears and a new path opens for you. It says do some research. You will need more information about this situation, if that's an important message for someone. And an upcoming trip proves to be life-changing in positive ways. So if you are going on a trip, something might happen while you're away. There might be some message or some news, or you will get some revelation in that time, or your gut will say to you, hey, this is the way you have to do it. Listen to your gut. It's so important. Admit your true feelings to yourself. Be honest with yourself about what you want, what you truly desire. Sometimes we go forwards with things not really desiring them, but we know we can't go back. But sometimes they have to be modified or changed. But the message here to me is simple. With this Saras series of eclipses, when the opportunity appears, take it. Don't dilly-dally. Don't let fear convince you to stray off path, or to stay in an area where you've outgrown, where you've outgrown yourself. Push forwards, because you have to go to that next level. It's absolutely imperative. Now, Saturn's part is really important, and I'm going to be telling you about that. That's the karmic path. But let's talk about those 8 things that I want you to do over this period, if you can. I'm hoping that you will want to marriage. So if you're married, the fairies join you in celebrating your wonderful union. And if you're not married, there's marriage on the cards. It's saying get some exercise. Your body's becoming, as your body becomes stronger, you begin to feel stronger in all ways. It's saying get some fresh air, get some fun exercise in. Don't be stressed. Don't allow stress to happen. Okay, so I want to talk to you now about turning wishful thinking into inspiration that happens, into action, into creating something lasting through courage, discipline, and steady effort. And this is all possible during this Lionsgate portal, because we don't get a Lionsgate portal every day of the week or every month. And last year I said it was important, but this one is so much more important. So I'm going to give you 8 things to do. You might want to jot them down on a piece of paper, but these things really do help. And I'm going to do Doreen Virtue's tarot cards rather than my traditional pack. I'm just doing these because I want to test the energy where you've balanced with air, water, earth and fire at the same time. So the first thing you need to do is write down 8 goals or desires you want to welcome into your life. These are not wishes. These are goals and desires you want to see in your life, you want to affirm are happening, you want to command into your life. Number 2 is very close to what we've just done, the 8 things you want to get rid of that you're fed up of, but identifying one limiting belief that's holding you back. Write it down and then safely destroy the paper you have written that on. It might be you lack confidence. It might be you don't have patience. It might be that you are feeling lost. It might be that you're weak. You feel weak in faith. You feel weak in surrendering to the divine. Anything that one limiting belief that's holding you back right now. Then number 3 is spend 8 minutes visualizing the person you are becoming, the one that will be successful, the one that will feel the emotions of this thing that you really want happening. Number 4 is declutter. Get rid of 8 things from your home or your office that you don't want and say, I create space for new opportunities. Number 5, light a candle and repeat 8 times, I am open to abundance, growth and positive change. Number 6, write a letter from your future self thanking you for the decisions you are making today in general, the path you're putting yourself on. So really write that letter. It's a wonderful thing to do. And then number 7, we got to that. Yeah, number 7 is take one action today or up to the 12th or beyond, one action that your future self will thank you for. Either saving some money, if you can, or buying yourself something you really need, like a car, or if you can, or a watch or a bracelet. Just one thing that your future self is really gonna, it might not be about buying at all, it might be about writing an article and getting it published. It might be painting a picture. Just something that your future self is going to be really proud of you about and thank you for. And number 8 is close with this affirmation. I welcome abundance, opportunities, peace, and meaningful success in life. I trust that what is meant for me will arrive as I continue to grow and take inspired action. I'll say that one more time. I welcome abundance, opportunities, peace, and meaningful success in life. I trust that what is meant for me will arrive as I continue to grow and take inspired action. There we go. Lots to do in this period if you want to work on getting what you want. Now, I'd like you to understand what Saturn's position is, and this has got a lot to do with the 8 sign. 8 is the karmic number. On its side, as I showed you, it's infinity. It's the karmic sign, and when you see that, and I often see it in my own tarot cards. I'm going to pull those in a moment because I want to see if they show up. But let me continue with these. I just want a few of these first. Saturn is the Lord of Karma. I want you to understand that Saturn's position, especially when it's retrograde, and it is to get to people what they deserve. It rewards trust in the universe and trust in the divine. It rewards patience. It rewards perseverance. It states, I am opening doors to those who deserve it. And I have worked, the ones I have worked with on here that have had readings with me and who write to me, I know they are the believers. Saturn wants the believers. Please note, if there is someone in your team or on your team that is not spiritual, not that good, not that caring, he or she might get their karmic lessons, the dish they deserve, which could hold up your progress if you are linked to them. So now this is one of these times where you have to discard people as well as things. And if there is someone like this that's holding you back, now's the time to let them go. I really believe Saturn knows what he's doing, and Saturn just, he doesn't mess around. He just removes people. You know, he either just picks them up and puts them in another part of the world, like Ibiza, and suddenly they've gone and you don't see them again. Or he picks them up and puts them in another job or something else that he doesn't understand is right for you. He knows that he has to do that. You don't understand it, but it's right for you. So allow Saturn the freedom to move forwards with what you need, what you command, what you wish, what you affirm. And the lesson and advice here is don't question hold-ups. They are there for a reason. They are there to stop you making the wrong move or to doing something incorrectly. Don't question people being removed. Let them go. If the universe thinks they should go, let them go. Sometimes this can be quite gentle, and sometimes it can be damn dramatic and cause a complete crazy situation, like a wave crashing against the rocks and knocking everything that was on there off into the sea, and it's gone forever. It's just an analogy, but I'm just making it clear that what Saturn does is very powerful. I'm going to be back with another reading before Wednesday, and I want to talk about that eclipse more and what this portal has meant for us. But there's just so much to say and discuss. I can't really do more all that today. But remember, good people, Saturn's on your side and he's taught you your lessons. You've been through that shit. You know, you've been through the restrictions, the shaping up, the anxiety, and now the blessings are coming, thank goodness. And that's what I want for you. So I just want to look at what the tarot says for us and what we should have. Take a few cards out of this pack just to see if we're balanced: air, water, fire and air, and what messages we have got. Okay, so here we have, let's see how many water cards we've got. Well, we've got 4 water cards. We've got 5 of water. Things are not turning out the way you hoped at the moment. You're not seeing the positive in a situation, and you're sort of like feeling quite miserable, but things are going to change. And because the Queen of Water, she's tender-hearted, she's empathic, she's patient, she's loving, she's taking you to a new level. So trust your intuition, care for yourself and others, and remember to talk to your gut. So we've got 2 water cards there. We've also got, 3 fire cards. So we've got less water in us than fire, but we don't need to drink any more water than we are doing because you've got 2 there. Fire is being very hot in the UK and in Europe. So you are feeling, your body's feeling hot, it's feeling warm. It's a bit cooler now, but these are messages for you from that. So you don't have to warm up. Victory, good news is on its way. Public recognition and rewards. So things are shaping up. Then we've got the 5 of fire, though. There are competing goals, some bothersome details, and some conflict with others. So do think about the mask situation I've been talking about. But here we've got the Ace of Fire, which is telling me that your project or your path is the right one, whoever is listening to this. An exciting new opportunity, career advancement, and change in life is happening now. So you've got 3 fire cards. Now we've only got 1 air card, which means I think you need to get out in the fresh air more. You've been feeling really sad, and it's saying now's the time to heal. Come on, the need to forgive yourself or others. Move forwards. Don't worry. The universe has got it all under control. We've got no earth cards, and I do think you need to be more grounded. You need to ground more. You need to go out on the grass, put your feet on grass, walk on grass. You can buy a grounding mat. They're fantastic. Put your feet on the grounding mat or have a grounding sheet at night in bed. So no earth cards at all. So it's saying get in tune with the earth. Put your feet on the earth. Connect with the earth. And here we've got a dreamer. This is the really important. Unexpected opportunities are coming your way. Follow your dreams. That loop of faith I was talking about, that loop is going to be full of the things you want. That infinity, the loop, is going to be yours. It's going to have everything you want in it. And the star. The star, the Sirius star. Happy times. Make positive, optimistic, long-term plans, and you're on the right path. So if anybody wanted to know whether they were on the right path or not, yes, you are on the right path. We've got the High Priestess here, which is the card that inspired me into higher self magic, to tell you the truth. And I've written a novel, and in book 2, I've got the High Priestess coming into it. And listen to your intuition, have patience, consider carefully what you want before acting, but you know you're on the right path. But do speak your truth. If you are suspicious of someone not shaping up, talk about it, find out, be determined to make this work. I just want to pull out my tarot cards and see if I get those karmic number 8s for you before I go. And I'll be back very, very soon. These are the cards, just to tell you, if you see some writing on the back. These are the cards I started off with at 18 years old. And I you couldn't make it up, I've got the High Priestess first. You literally couldn't make it up. I literally wrote on the back of all these cards as I was learning the tarot, 17 and 18. My mum used to tell me off and say, no, these cards are bad luck. You can't have them in the house. And I used to say, don't worry about it, Mum, I love them. Oh, she used to get really worried. She thought I was a witch. But I'm a white witch. And of course, I'm higher self magic. And I do truly believe in my spirit guide, Sarah Elizabeth. Yeah, she's saying be very careful of dishonesty, deceit, manipulation. Now, a situation is not going as planned right now. We've discussed that, but you are on the right path. But maybe you have to get rid of someone who in that project or around you that's holding you back. Okay, let's take some more of these. That has come up, the mask. Someone deceitful, yeah. I don't know who it is, but if I was doing a one-to-one reading, we'd look at some different people. But let's see what I've got here. Justice, or whoever that idiot or person is, there's going to be justice for you. It's going to get sorted. And here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of pentacles. Money's coming as well. The Lovers. There's someone new coming in. There's someone that's in your life already. The lover, the person is going to be very important in the last part of this year. And yeah, if you've got a family, it's going to, there's happy days for all of you. So don't worry if you are in an energy where you feel things aren't good. It's going to be okay. I can assure you of that. Here's the Empress, the mother figure, the maternal one, the mother of the children. Very beautiful, nurturing energy here. And the one that makes all this happiness possible in the family home. And if you're single, that's going to be coming to you. Judgment, that's Saturn. Saturn's out there judging people at the moment. And like I said, you might have to learn practical lessons when these people disappear. But they will disappear if they're meant to disappear. Don't go looking for them. It's very important that you don't. Okay, need to have another shuffle. You're going to have to face some complications and conflict. There's something going on that's stopping something from happening. And that's what you've got to put right. Remove those people. If Saturn don't remove them for you, you have to remove them. You've got to ask the right questions. There's something going on, masks, conflict, something like that. Now, here's the transformation card. You have been transformed. You're on the ascendant. You are becoming elevated. And you might feel like this right now with your blindfold on and your two swords crossed, your arms are tied up. But that won't be long lasting. And I wanted that karmic sign for you. Look there. You're going to get what you want. This is the Magician card. You're going to get what you deserve. You're going to get what you want. Yeah, unhealthy relationships, unhealthy people, they're going to be removed. Now, there has been some financial hardship. This is temporary. There's no doubt about that. But we have to go through the shit of this. This is like those unhealthy, stagnant situations, overindulgence, all that's being said in those cards. And to get out of that financial hardship that you are experiencing at the moment. But hey, the Wheel of Fortune is here. And it's saying basically, your psychic abilities, your ability to listen to your gut, your ability to have that X-ray vision so you can see the baddies and remove them. That's going to get you through this to the successful element. And temperance is on your side. You are moderate, you are a compromiser, and you don't react immediately, or don't react immediately to situations. This card says stay calm, investigate, avoid extreme situations when you pull this card, but investigate. One more and then I'm going to go, and I will see you very soon. Again, thank you for all the views I got last time, and I'm grateful to every single one of you and to all the new subscribers. Yeah, harmony after the battle. You're on your way to success. The Tower, yeah, there has to be some intense destruction going on. Masks being removed, a destructive personal crisis being sorted out, seeing through the illusions and letting go of things that are not part of your path. There's destruction here. Intense and sudden change can be painful, but you know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. There's very good news coming from a studious child of yours if you're a mother. Very good news. And one more card before I go. One more. Oh, I've got a few here for you. That's you in your finery. When all this is over, just look at you. That beautiful financial success, independent, practical. And here we've got the Knight of Cups. There's going to be some proposals coming through that are linked to what you most want, whether it's a project, whether it's moving forwards. But those proposals are going to really change things. They're going to open the doors. And here, if I was looking for any karmic 8s, we've got the karmic 8 here and the karmic 8 on its side, which is infinity. Believe me, you're going to find everything is going to be so amazingly stable after all this. And you're going to have a lot more success in your work. And through your hard work, the success will come. Loads of good news over a child or children. And here we've got changes on the home front. Lots of changes on the home front. But the energy remains... It's fiery. We've got that fire energy in there. We haven't got earthy energy. We've got a bit of water, but we haven't got a lot of air. And of course, the air signs are Libra, Aquarius, and goodness me, I've literally forgotten the third one. I'm really sorry. I'm usually really good at this. The air signs are saying that the air signs are the ones that are going to be most in this position, have to make those changes to get their project going. So I really, really, really want you to have that success. So do look for masks, do use your X-ray vision, and do remove when you have to. Remove when you have to. Those are my messages to you. I hope you've enjoyed this reading as much as I've enjoyed doing it. I really love connecting with you. It's fantastic. And we've got all the evidence we need here for you being on the right path, but pushing forwards, using all the knowledge you're getting in your second brain, thinking about what it's saying to you and acting on it, and removing any masks off people's faces and seeing them for real and for what they are. That's what you need to do. But lots of success coming your way. I'm going to be back in the next few days. I'll be very well before the eclipse. I might be able to do 2 before then, because this is such an important time. Happy Lionsgate. Happy 8th of August. One moment. Have a wonderful evening.